So we're always talking about the future, right? But what if I told you there's one simple little word that makes it super easy in English? Let's dive in.
You know, sometimes talking about stuff that hasn't even happened yet can feel a bit tricky. But hey, don't worry about it, because by the time we're done here, you are going to be using it like a pro.
So what is this magic tool? It's the word will. Honestly, it's like a key that unlocks all your conversations about what's coming up next, from your weekend plans to big predictions about the world. We're going to break it all down, piece by piece, starting right now.
Okay, so let's start with the quickest, most immediate way we use will. You know, for all those little decisions we make in the heat of the moment.
Okay, here's the first rule, and it's a big one. If you're deciding to do something right this second, like as you're talking, you use will. And the best part? The structure is so simple. It's just will plus the basic verb, like go, do, or help. No weird endings, nothing complicated. Easy. Let me give you an example. Imagine you hear your phone ringing. You hear it, and bam, you decide to act. You didn't plan on answering the phone, right? You just say, I will answer it. That is a perfect example of a spontaneous decision.
And this works great for offers too. So you see someone struggling with some heavy bags, and right then and there, you decide to help out. You just say, I will help you. It's simple, it's direct, and it's a decision you made on the spot.
Okay, so will is awesome for those in-the-moment decisions. But what about, looking a little further down the road? This is where we get into making predictions. And this is also where we bring in its partner, won't. And this is what's so cool about will. It's super versatile. It's not just for decisions. We use it all the time to talk about what we think is going to happen. And if you think something isn't going to happen, well, that's where won't comes in. And just so you know, won't is just the short, easy way of saying, well, not.
Just look at how cleanly this all fits together. For a positive prediction, you'd say, I will see John tomorrow. For a negative one, I won't see John tomorrow. And want to ask a question? You just flip it around. Will you see John tomorrow? See? It's a really neat, logical little system.
Okay, you've seen the rules, you've seen the examples. Now it's time to put your knowledge to the test. I'm going to show you a sentence with a blank space, and you just have to pick the right word to fill it in. You ready for this?
All right, here we go. Time for a little challenge. Let's make sure all this is sticking.
Okay, let's look at the first one. You look tired. I will blank your work for you. So what do you think? Is it a finish or B, to finish? Come on, think back to that super simple structure we talked about. And the answer is finish. Of course it is. Remember that rule? It's always will plus that basic verb form, the infinitive. So I will finish. Awesome job. All right, let's do one more. Sit down, Mom. We will blank the dinner for you. Is it A, cooking, or B, cook? Think about it. This is another one of those on-the-spot offers. And you got it. The answer is cook. We will cook. See that? Once you get the pattern down, it's actually really, really simple. You're totally getting the hang of this. Okay, but let's be real. Life isn't always black and white, is it? Sometimes when we predict the future, it's more of a guess. So how do we talk about that? How can we sound a little less certain? Well, these three little guys right here are going to be your new best friends for when you're not totally sure. Using I think, maybe, or probably is the perfect way to soften your predictions a bit. So for example, instead of just saying it will be hot, which sounds like a fact, you can say I think it will be hot. See how that changes it? Now it's your opinion, your guess. It just softens the whole thing and honestly sounds a lot more natural in everyday conversation. And then we have probably. This one's great. It shows you think there's a really good chance something will happen. But hey, you're not making any promises. They will probably win the match. It just suggests it's likely, not that it's a sure thing. Super useful word to have in your back pocket.
Wow, okay, we have covered a ton of ground in just a few minutes. So let's wrap this up with a quick summary of the key points so you can start using will right away.
All right, let's do a super fast recap. Rule number 1, use will for those decisions you make right in the moment. Rule number 2, use will and won't to make predictions about the future. And rule number 3, when you're not 100% sure, just add in words like I think or probably to soften it. Really, that's the whole shebang. Okay, and now for one last thing. Look, to really, really make this stick, you've actually got to use it. So I've got a question for you. What is one thing you will do right after this? Seriously, think about it. Maybe even say it out loud. Your future in English, it starts right now.